Fiji, of course, is a country where we have a very strong engagement to really benefit the people of Fiji. We have a large office here with a significant presence and is also supported by an office in Sydney, which is headed by a country director. And I am based in Washington, D.C., although I travel to the region quite frequently, and I hope this will be the first of several visits to the region and to Fiji in particular. I've had a very productive set of meetings with the government. I would note also that we've been able to sign a new agreement to finance investments to develop additional resources for tourism and for agriculture and integrated development, and that was very much supported by the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Tourism. I had the pleasure to meet both the Minister of Finance and the Minister of Tourism and sign that agreement yesterday. I also had the opportunity to visit a couple of our projects in Fiji in the health area, health services, both the health center, the hospital, where we were able to inaugurate and put into motion some new equipment that will help test for several diseases, something that I know the hospital will use well to the benefit of the Fijian population, but also visited a health center in one of the poorer areas here in the area of Suva, covering a very large catchment area, but really a health center doing tremendous work to benefit a very vulnerable population. These are the kinds of things that we at the World Bank are really keen on supporting in Fiji. Things that will translate into an improvement for the lives of the people. We, of course, spend much of our time thinking about the poorest amongst the Fijian population. Our mission is really to focus on reducing poverty and helping people live on a more livable planet. That second part, the livable planet, is something that is becoming more and more important at the World Bank, because I would say that the challenge of climate change and biodiversity loss are becoming significant, and nothing more than the Pacific Islands to really showcase the impact of climate change already. And one of the projects that I visited is a project where we are supporting and financing jobs that help manage and protect the environment, but also prevent seawater intrusion. There are already, as you know, many communities in Fiji where land that was used for agriculture is now full of saltwater, seawater. And the ability to get fresh water, drinking water, is reducing. So these are the kinds of projects we're also financing here in Fiji, and we see both this work to get more economic activity, more investment, and more jobs in Fiji, and the work to protect the environment and protect the country from the impacts of climate change. These are two key pillars. The third one would be the well-being of the Fijian population, and I would highlight in particular health, where we see a growing engagement, and we also see that as that is a priority of the government of Fiji. In the last budget, there are already increased allocations for health, and this is something we would like to support. So all in all, a very productive visit. I want to thank the government, and I would really say the people of Fiji, for their warm hospitality. I felt at home. I felt that this is a very welcoming culture, very open discussions with Minister Prasad, but also with Minister Gavoka on tourism. Also very open and really thinking about how to create a strong recovery from COVID. This is a country that was very affected by COVID, lost a lot of tourism revenue and jobs that were lost during that period. But I'm happy to see that tourists are back in big numbers. That means that some of that loss is being recouped, and we need to add to that now more investment, more jobs in tourism, but also in other sectors, so that you're not only dependent on tourism, but you have other economic activities to rely upon. When one goes down, you still have the other one working and supporting the economy. So a really productive visit of almost 2 days, and I look forward to being back. If you have a couple of questions, maybe I can take a few minutes to answer them. Thank you.